it's easy for quick change. You take it right off, change the clothes, throw it right back on. It's really easy. And also, once the smell of you gets on it, you perform a lot, and it gets into the fabric, you can just throw it in the sink, put some dishwashing liquid on it, soap it up, lather it, clean it right out. It takes the smell out, it takes the makeup off, and you're good to go. And just let it air dry from the fan, you're good to go.
And the base for all of these is recycled soda cans made into felt. I like to use as many repurposed or recycled items whenever we're building anything.
How do you make soda cans with felt? I'm sorry. You said a recycled soda can made into felt?
Yeah. And
Explain that.
soda bottles. No, it's true. Like this shirt is
Oh,
made out of
yeah,
soda bottles.
Yeah, they just use materials and just recycle.
Yeah. It's been around for like 3 years.
Yeah, it's
The
fairly
process
new.
of turning
Fairly new.
cans and bottles into fabric. So it's reusing, totally reusing. So all of this felt is made out of recycled soda cans and bottles. It's got a stiffer texture to it. That's why I prefer it. This is basically the same kind of thing. If you see that these are all little like snowflakes or flowers that I then glue onto the bib, this is a ring that I have, and I just have a little piece of black elastic on the back, and that's an instant ring that's the size of a plate.
And then here's another one that you did where you took just more layers of the same idea, gluing jewels to the felt, but just layering it on top, so that way.
Different, basically heights. I put little pegs, if you will, underneath so they have different heights.
That way it looks like more expensive.
There's the smaller rings. You really can do anything, and this is really inexpensive to do.
And you can match bracelets like you did for the colored necklace, and it's basically the same idea. There's Velcro on both sides, and it's easy on, easy off. You just wrap it around.
And where do you get these gems?
I get them at Joann's Fabric.
And it kind of has a pocket there, pocket that's so really
But it also sticks out. I like different angles and shapes. And the other great thing about this is that it can pack flat. You could throw it in a bag. It's not going to break.
Yeah.
It's totally easy. Otherwise, when you get into more like, these are bracelets that I wear at lips. It's easy. They're just on duct tape rolls. So whenever the duct tape is out, I just take the fabric of my dress that's left over so I can have matching accessories. So this is like a sequin that goes back and forth from black to silver, but I also have it in pink to match my pink dress, and I have it in blue as well to match my blue dress, so that whenever I'm changing my outfit, I just quickly change my accessory and I have an instant matching set. And if I want to turn it all to silver, I can. If I want it all blue, I can. I usually do a little bit of both so that when the light hits it on stage, it really looks more glittery because it has the different colors.
And this shows you how I use my things. I just had a jewel pop off, but it's really easy. I can just find another square jewel, look right back on, and realize there's no difference. Also, I found at, what store is that? These rollers. What are
We found it at the Dollar Beauty Center.
Yeah, like a beauty supply store.
I think it was at Aziz.
Aziz. We found these huge rollers in a pack, and my hand is too big to fit into duct tape rolls, so I bought these huge rollers, and
It's the same concept.
I just put some fabric on it, and it's the bracelets. And it's got material you have.
And again, to match any outfit or to coordinate with an outfit. I used to sculpt all of my jewelry, and this is an example of an older piece. The problem, I love to sculpt, I love to be really hands-on, and you can really create any shape and give dimension, and this has like angles to it that I liked, but the problem is that it can break, it can snap. Whereas this, it has give, so it's not going to break. If this was clay, like I think one of you has a necklace that I made, and it has like little flowers, and the problem that I had was that since it was so stiff, it didn't have any give, and it would just break. So I stopped sculpting everything. I used to sculpt all my bracelets, but if we were packing in a rush, leaving a club, I'd throw them in my suitcase, and then when we got home, they'd be snapped in half, and all that work would down the drain. That's why we switched it up to something that can pack flat, or that's something that I really don't care about. It's a duct tape roll, whatever. Sometimes they get wet and they start expanding. I like to spray paint them black, but after a lot of wear, obviously it comes off. But really, what is that a loss of? It's nothing. It was free. So, and then other accessories that are really fun, especially in drag.
Oh yeah.
We found these sunglasses, but we pop the lenses out so that whenever I'm in drag and I want to just be really kooky on the floor at lips or whatever, I'll wear these over my eye, and my eyelashes are sticking out, and it's just totally stupid, but everybody gets a kick out of it because it's like, what drag queen wears glasses? And these are oversized, and these are really inexpensive. You can pretty much find them anywhere for like $5 to $10.
Yeah.
And just thinking about popping the lenses out of something and using it as a base or structure. You can also think about attaching other items to this. So if you want to have pigtails but have a bald head, you can easily just glue on your hair extension, whatever it may be, to the glasses, and that way it's an easy way of attaching something to your head without having to wear a headband or a chin strap.
And also what I like to do with those is put those on and then put a pair of goggles over them. That way it's like a double weird upfit type of effect. So.
And then another accessory that's invisible is fragrance. Everyone needs fragrance.
Yeah.
We use cheapo stuff. Everything is cheapo for us. These cost about $5. We get them at the CVS or Walgreens, and they're really inexpensive body sprays. We just happen to use the same fragrance. We have like 18 bottles of this at home. We go through it like mad cats. We call it crack because it's like we can't leave the space that we're dressing in without spraying a layer of this over us. That way every customer that comes up or every person you take a picture with, they smell
you and they
and
remember
you have the
that.
fragrance and they know that this is Swat and Chocolata's certain fragrance. It's really inexpensive, and the cool thing about these bottles is that we repurpose them to use for our final seal. That way you have an instant spritzer bottle to do your face with. Sometimes the final seal bottles they'll squirt, and that's the problem, getting streams of that crap on you. This has a really fine mist to it, so when you're spraying your face, it's like perfect repurposing.
And the other thing about that is you're going to be in smoky bars, you're going to be in places that are way too hot, and you're going to be sweating, you're going to feel gross in your costumes. And it's always good to, if somebody comes up to you because they will ask you for pictures, and they come up to you, you'd rather have them smell that than actually smell you or your funky hair or your, or your costume that you've worn every time.
Or your wig that's whatever,
Yeah,
or you're wearing plastic for your hair, and then it has, when sweat reacts to it, it might smell.
You don't know what that's going to do, so anything.
Does anybody want to try any of the rings on or the bracelets at all? These just have little elastic straps, and when there's those little girls that come up to us, we'll take them off and put them on their fingers and tell them to put two fingers together, and then teach them how to pose. So, and whenever you are wearing your accessory, you need to practice in the mirror, because you might feel fierce doing this, but no one sees the ring.
The ring.
So you have to remember to tilt your hand out with every. It's almost like a magnet, but this has to be magnetized towards the lens. No matter where you are, you're always facing that out instead of like this. If I do this, I might feel fierce, but guess what? You see a black strap. What the fuck good is that? You want to turn your arm.
And then you have 3 bracelets. You want to turn to the side also, instead of being here where they can't see it. You want to show it off. And you're like, this is my bracelet, look at it.
If anybody wants to
Where
come
do
up
you
and
get
look at
this
these.
felt?
Fantastic. So I use a glue gun for a lot of things. This is a hot glue gun. I don't know if anybody has used one before. Has anyone never used a hot glue gun before? Everyone pretty much has. This is a dual temp, so there's a high and low. So you can switch from high to low. I prefer to use it on low because it's really easy to scald yourself and get some serious burns. I have a little shoebox top that I always keep it in because you don't want the glue to get anywhere. So rule number 1 about glue guns, it takes a few minutes to warm up, and you want to keep it on something else besides fabric or a countertop. I like these longer sticks because it doesn't, they sell them like 3 or 4 inches, and it's bullshit because you're like, I have to put another stick in, I have to put another stick in. This is the longest that they make for regular size, but you can get industrial, but they come like 15 inches, and it's crazy, crazy glue. So while that's heating up, we'll go over some simple supplies that I really like to use. I love wire. Wire you can pretty much attach anything to anything. You can sew your little things together with this, and that way it has flexibility, but you can actually...
Someone can tie it onto you from the back, and then they can untie you out of it.
But you can keep things in a certain, like if you just use tape, it's going to flop around. This is going to give a little bit more rigidity to the center of the piece. I brought fishing line too, luckily, as you were talking about it. Fishing line you can do a lot with. You could make a necklace with gems and literally...
And it's invisible.
Just hot glue the gems down here, and then have dangly gem strands all the way down your chest plate, just glued to a little necklace. And so super, super simple. I brought some fabric. This is for you, by the way. But little pieces like these come out of a part of my dress pattern in the front, which is called a princess cut in the pattern. And this is the shape that's left over. But you can take this and make this into a ring. I'm kind of ridiculous about repurposing this, or the muffin things that you brought in. Sometimes I see something and I'm like, okay, I could totally put little things in here, but I can make this into a ring. So we're gonna...
Or you can use these also as a pasty.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah,
Or,
you could make it go over your face. You can still see through it.
Yeah.
You can glue this to your face with
That's
with
cool.
what's it called? The eyelash adhesive.
Yeah.
And you can see
totally
through
see
it.
right through this. I can
And
see all of it.
it's like a whack-a-mole, oh my god, but
Yeah.
I can totally see you. Or put this on the glasses, the brim of the glasses, so that you're kind of Gaga-esque, where you have crazy that you're looking through, you know? But we're gonna make a fancy freaking ring out of this little muffin container. I like to look at things and see what I can make out of them. And this is a perfect convex shape that, covered with glitter or fabric, makes a perfect ring. And normally I would recycle this, obviously. If you don't recycle, you should. Save the planet.
FYI.
But some things, you're like,
Just dripping with creativity.
honey, well, please, this is free. And it's like, shut the front door. I have an instant ring. Just covered with a piece of gold and a little backing of your cardboard. So I also brought some little elastic pieces. Got wide and thin. For jewelry, I like to use thin elastic. So all I would do is take my little cup, take a pen, and just trace a base out on cardboard. And then I'm going to turn this up so it's more level. And when you're doing things like this, you can still recycle all these little scraps. Just PS, don't throw them away. I made that soda can rig, and all the little extra tops, I recycled all of those little pieces.
I thought you were going to say, and make sure you have an adult with you.
So now I'm gonna cut this
Supervision.
out. And if you wanted this to be black, the rule in theater is that the back side of a prop or the back side of a sign, the back side of anything should be black. Because if it falls over, if you drop it, no one's going to notice that it's a shoebox or a pizza box or whatever. Pizza boxes actually are really
Really
hard
good.
to use for I was stupid about it. Is it done?
I
Nuh-uh.
think it's great.
I think it's amazing.
Yeah, I'm inspired. I'm like, this is an area I was really like lost in. Now I'm seeing like that I could use some kind of reveal, like a chest plate or a little bit, because I couldn't figure out how this ties in with that outfit at all.
Sure.
Yeah.
So now I could like unveil this and then take off that and then expose a whole nother
Yeah.
thing. But I wouldn't have thought of a big thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and that was
perfect.
It's
easier.
easy. It's so
And it
easy.
can
And you
cover
use,
as big as you want
and
it
you
to.
you don't have to use that felt. You could literally just use
Use
that
fabric.
material. Just use fabric.
Anything.
Cut in into a
You
shape.
can use a
and-
paper bag or a plastic bag. It doesn't have to even be.
Yeah. Or you can use
Doesn't-
foil like you use for your headpiece. You can use anything.
Anything.
Really.
So what I did is I just stabbed this with a scissor. This is about the width of my finger. So what I'm doing is basically creating this space where the elastic is going to go through to tie on for my ring. And the cool thing about elastic is not only does it give, but what I do is I just tie it in a knot so that if somebody with larger fingers is going to wear it, then they can just untie the knot and then retie it to their size. So what I do is just measure out around my finger enough to give extra plus to tie the knot with. So it's about that long, maybe 5 or 6 inches. And then I'm just going to fish this through the little scissor holes. And so this will be the inside of the ring. I'm going to put a dab of hot glue here so that the elastic doesn't slip back and forth, and that way it's kind of like a button, just threaded. So this is here. So I just take a little blob of glue, put it right there, and just pull this tight, and it's not going anywhere now. And we're going to leave this to the end to tie it on, because it doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to attach this by just putting some glue around the edge. It can be as sloppy as you want, because you're going to cover it up. So, actually, while I'm doing this, can you cut me a little piece of
So you can try.
Every time you guys move your hips,
Oh,
that's so
It's in our DNA. Glitter is a part of us now.
see the
See,
strainer in our bathtub.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Sequins and glitter. It's
Sequins and
ridiculous.
Even
So-
our dog has glitter all over her.
Oh,
All over her.
So now this is an instant little shape.
Oh, that's so
Right.
fun.
So what I can do, which I will do with another
And
one,
technically, you could just spray paint it
you could
Oh,
spray
yeah.
paint
if
it,
you
yeah.
wanted to.
You could take
Or
acrylic
put a
paint.
bunch of stuff in it. You could even, because
Exactly.
it's translucent.
You could do a lot of things with this. And what you can do is cover this up. But what I'm going to do really quick is show you glitterizing. And I brought in a couple of glitters. These are just little containers. I got these at Joann's. I don't know, I think they're like $3 or something like that. They come in a lot of colors. Pearl has a lot of options for glitter, but it's expensive. Just be aware that you can find cheapo, weepo stuff. in
Like a
lot
dollar
of places.
store.
Even the dollar store,
You
yeah.
got a bunch, yeah.
Yeah. So this is medium grade glitter. It's not ultra fine. It's cheapo shit, right? So all I'm gonna do is in another shoebox that I keep just in case I need a tray or something. I have an instant something or other. Can you trace this and cut out?
I will certainly try.
So what I'm gonna do here, if I can, is I'm going to just put a little bit of glitter on this. Right on top of the glue. This is it. Like this. And wherever I put the glue, the glitter is going to just stick to it. And you can see that the heat from the glue also makes the plastic shrink, like a shrinky dink. If you guys know what that even is, shrinky dink. And since it's low temp, you can also touch it and smush it into the box. Is basically catching the glitter to not make a mess, but also to reuse. I can pour this back into my container later.
What other glues and stuff can you use?
E6000, it's a really good glue.
But it would, and that wouldn't melt it if you wanted.
No, it would not. It would retain the shape. You can use spray adhesive if you'd like to.
I think I have some spray adhesive.
Basically, if I finish this, this is going to become a little muted shape, but it's still going to be convex. So if you can imagine, I'll just tie this up real quick. just did a double knot, and then if you imagine, if this was totally covered, it's just a sparkling little blob of whatever. I could do red to match my little red dress and my red makeup. You could even forget about the plastic part and just do a flat cutout of like a heart or a skull. You wanted skulls, you could freaking make your own skulls. Why do you have to go to the store and spend whatever on patches? You can just do it yourself. So
Martha Stewart, look at.
I know. So ultimately, if you imagine, I'm not going to waste your time, you could also glue fabric over the same shape. Same thing. Alright, another item I'd really like to use is tinfoil. Tinfoil is an awesome thing. Cheapo Rico.
That's a great value.
That's a great value. So the thing I like about tinfoil is you can obviously sculpt it into anything you want. You don't have to think about balling it up. A lot of people like to crumple it in a ball, but if you fold it, like in origami, a piece of paper has a lot of strength to it with one simple fold. The more folds you add to a piece of paper, the stronger it gets. So I am going to fold this twice. This has 3 folds in it now. Fold it one more time. Doubles that. Now, all I have to do is form it into the shape that I want. And if I want a bangle, all I have to do is put a little dollop of glue here. And one on the other tab.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
And now you have the base for an instant bracelet made out of nothing. This doesn't even require an empty roll of tape. You can take then fabric or glitter and literally cover this, and you have an instant bracelet out of absolutely nothing. You can also take this foil, and if you didn't have a muffin cup, you could ball this up the exact same way. So I would take, if I wanted to have a ball, a sphere, on a ring, I could do this, and literally just put hot glue and do glitter all over the sphere, and I would have the basic shape for another ring. And imagine this covered with glitter all over. So you can pretty much do anything. You can also make your own glitter. If you have like old balloons from your birthday, it's made out of the holographic, silvery, shiny stuff. All you do is take a pair of scissors and just keep snipping at it while you're watching TV or whatever, and you have a whole pile of your own glitter for free without having to buy anything.
It's just like, I would have never thought of that. Ever.
This is fun possibility.
So
This tape is amazing. Not the duct tape, but this tape is
Black
freaking
tape.
insane. Okay, so it looks black, but once you put it on something, this tape has images on it. It's like an animal print, but it looks black on the roll. Once we get a good piece of it out.
Oh, cool beans.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Michael's is having a sale today, 2 for $6 on duct tape. Not duct tape, but like the crazy stuff like that.
The Scotch stuff.
And then look at that, instant awesome bracelet.
And you have an instant, cool zebra pink thing. And what I would do is, to reinforce this, basically wrap the tape around. I I'm just doing it really fast for you. And obviously, this is a crazy big size bracelet for giants. But you can also imagine that you can turn this, because it has this flexible innard, you can make triangle bracelets, square bracelets. You could take this and hang it off of you, do whatever you want to do. And this way you have funky 80s shaped bracelets for free. Totally free. People spend so much money on these little things, and really, even at the dollar store or beauty supply, Dollar Beauty, you're going to rack up a lot of money if you want, I want this in turquoise, I want this in yellow, I want this to match every single outfit. Well, with a few rolls of duct tape and this fancy tape, you have an instant something like that.
Where did you get fancy tape?
Fancy tape? I got it at Michael. No, I have it at Joann's. I get mostly everything at Joann's.
And you sign up on a mailing list, and you get email coupons, and you also get coupons mailed to you.
And you can also get them on your iPhone.
And now they added iPhone.
So we also have this kind of tape. I'm just going to put it over. You can see it. It's flowers.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So it looks like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now the thing, I was really actually angry when I bought this tape, because on the outside, I guess on the outside label, to show the pattern, they had a piece of white under it. So I thought I was getting white zebra, white flower when I bought it. And I got really pissed off when I took out the little piece of paper, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's a roll of black tape.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't see the image and not real. I was like, they scammed me. Somebody fucked up the packaging. And then I unrolled it, and I was like, oh, I totally get it. And the coolest thing is that, again, with any color, you could do it on silver duct tape, and it shines through. I did that with the zebra on shiny, so it's like glittery underneath this. And it's really, really a fun, awesome thing. And they have lots of different patterns.
And the fun thing about putting that on top of silver or white or anything like that is if a nightclub or a place has black light, instant shine.
Yeah. And you can find duct tape, obviously, in lots of different colors. We bought in 4 colors today. And then just some other simple items that really can make a difference. This is a really awesome tool. It's a threading tool. It's like a giant needle. And what you can do with this is if you have your little skirt, and instead of wanting on a shoelace, if you want to have it on elastic, for about $1 for a thing of elastic, you can put this in here, and then wherever your shoelace is looped through, or if you want to hot glue a loop, you literally can fish this through the waistband or loop and have an instant stretchable to reveal kind of thing. That way it doesn't have to snap off or untie. Literally you just get out of it and it has whatever width you need. Because your
What is
little
that
dress has
called?
this elastic.
No,
Threader.
and that would be, where would you find that?
You find this in the notions wall at Joann's. Notions wall just means where you find thread, bobbins, needles. A notion is, a sewing notion is just any random weird tool. And this is one of the coolest things I've owned, and I love it. It has saved me so much time. The old school way to do this was to put a
Tape, is what I've always done.
tape.
Do it like, make it like a thing, and do a tape to make a point
Oh.
out of but that's a pain in the ass.
I know, I've
I've never
used a
seen that
safety
before.
pin and put a safety
Yeah.
pin on it and fished, and it's a pain in the ass, and I just love this. If you don't have this, you can do it out of wire. You can literally take a piece of wire and make your little thread ends. You don't have to buy that, but this is really ingenious, and it's so smooth, it's not going to catch on anything. So I love elastic. Elastic goes a long way. I also love Velcro. And Velcro is another really good way of revealing. So if you want to have something that comes off instantly, you could put even just a little square of Velcro on a necklace, on a bib, on a sleeve, and you could have tearaway sleeves where you literally, it looks like you have long sleeves on, and then you put your arms out and you have 2 assistants come up and they snatch your sleeves right off your arms. And it's like, wow. Something that we just discovered because my wig bag knocked over one of our paper lanterns and ripped it.
I was going to say that.
So what we did is instead of throwing the piece away, it's like one of these lanterns that has the paper exterior and then it has like a bamboo coil on the inside. since it had snagged in a spot,
It was actually right in the middle.
it was right in the middle. And what we ended up doing is using it for sleeves because it's totally in the middle. It's these whack-a-mole shapes. You can wear them as sleeves, you can wear them as cuffs,
You can wear them to cover your
boot
shoes.
covers, all kinds of headpieces, and it's a very lightweight, easy to use item. And I think you can get most of the IKEA lamps like that for like $14, maybe even less, especially if they have a sale. So you've got your Velcro, and then you also have zippers. Zippers, there's different kinds. There's obviously coat zippers. This is a dress zipper that has a bottom to it. That way the zipper won't come separated. Something like this is good for putting something on that you don't want to take off. If you want it to be removed, you need a coat zipper that has a separation at the bottom. Now you might say, well, what the fuck am I going to put this long ass zipper on? Well, you can put this on any length of anything. A zipper can easily be modified by simply, like let's say that I want the zipper to only be 6 inches long. All you have to do is fold it over wherever you want the top of it to be, put a dab of hot glue, snip this end off, and the zipper won't be able to go over the turn of itself. So it will stop at the height of that. So you can use zippers for, again, if you have a piece of material like your dress, that you cut apart and now you kind of want it back. If you're not going to reveal it, you could use a zipper to easily keep it concealed and it's not going to come undone. So those are the tools that we brought in. We also brought in some other little scraps of this expensive material, if any of you would like to use it for a ring or whatever. Again, this is double-sided, so goes from pink to silver, and we've got blue to silver. And some of these are armholes and
Where do you
other...
find that fabric?
We get it in Miami.
We got it in Miami.
And it's
And it's
$50
$50
a
a
yard.
yard.
It's gorgeous.
Miami.
So all of this stuff, even this is about 40 a yard.
But it doesn't reverse. That
It
one
does
doesn't
not.
reverse.
And then there's gold as well. We brought in stockings to do hips and tits, and I bought a new bag of polyester fiber fill. The reason why I like this better than the batting is because it's loose and it's like a cloud. So you can really sculpt it into whatever, and you're not going to get as many lumps. And this is what they use to stuff pillows and teddy bears and whatever. So we have this to make boobies, and this little bag will make quite a bit of boobs and hip pads. And I also brought my sewing machine in, so if anybody needs a garment adjusted, or if they want to come up to me and say, I want Velcro on my whatever so I can take it off real quick, I'll put it on for you. So, does anybody have any questions?
Woohoo!
I feel awkward. You
No,
You just gave us one.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all like, wow, I
And then
never
I'm
thought
like,
of
okay,
that.
because I didn't know what I was going to do. Now I'm like, okay, now I have a good idea of what I could do. That's attainable with very inexpensive solutions.
I think one of the things that scares me is I hear a lot of you saying, I need to buy this, I need to buy that, and it's like you really might not need to. And really thinking, wow, I don't want you to go buy those patches, because they're like $6 each, easily, for a stupid embroidered patch. You can just take cardboard and I'll draw you a skull, and you can just keep tracing it, and you can make as many as you want, and cover it in glitter, or cover it in spray paint, or duct tape, or whatever. Or it could just be cardboard. It doesn't have to be